Welcome to Minecraft Story Time. Here, I'm gonna tell you about the story of Bruno. It's a terrible tale. They say Bruno was a villager. Others say he was just a boy with a dream. But most people say he was just a villager named Bruno. In fact, it's rumored Bruno was never even his real name. But that's okay, because that's what we're doing now. We're gonna find the facts, do our research, and figure out the whole story behind this Bruno guy. It all started long ago. Something called Minecraft Update 1.2.5. 1.3.2 didn't exist. That was the magic of it. That's what we love. We love the magic of it. The magic makes better. But can we really find the story about Bruno? Or will we just sink into an endless pit? An endless pit of doom? Haha, I had to turn it down there. It would wake up the squid. To the sun, will we start our amazing journey for the search of information for Bruno. First, get out your torches. Second, get out your axe. Third, look at village in the distance. That's the village. The village Bruno first started in. The village that was great, successful. Look at it now. What do you see? Everything around you. It fills your soul. Think about it. Look at this beautiful town. But where are the people? I bet this man lived in a great home. You can tell by how great soil was kept. He probably kept it with great care. But where is he now? He left his perfectly fine home. Perhaps they were all killed by zombies. Rumor has it, a player killed them all. But that is not the case. Well, let's examine the evidence. We see this unnatural thing of cactus growing here. And a bunch of homes. And really tall jumping towers. And lava trees. And then other homes in the background. And crafting tables. And potential mining places. Where do we get the evidence? Why is this all barely grown? Has someone been here recently and took all their wheat to make bread? Let's see. Let's use our stuff we have here to see my potion of super swiftness. Let's see. Let's deduce the facts. Why would someone make a bunch of bread with wheat? It's not like someone can just make a bunch of bread instantly. Like, look at that. No one can make bread. See, they even forgot some. There, I rest my case. But here is how it started. Once was a village. And then there was a boy. A boy named James Bond Fan 362. Because his family had a bunch of James Bond fan children. He was just the 362nd. He moved in a long time ago over at a house way beyond the stars. But then he moved And then he found the village. First, the village was great. He'd never seen one before. He loved it. He loved the people. But then, one day, he decided to have some fun and whack the villagers. The villagers didn't like this, so they obviously took shelter in their homes. But this JBF 362 man, he just didn't like that. So he decided to play a little prank called the Flint and Steel game. And you do that, and then you yell at the people to try and be the first one to put out the fire. Well, none of the villagers knew how to play. They didn't know the rules, so they just sat there and watched it. But no, their house started burning. All of them. It was crazy. Then he got so mad. The villagers were burning. He tried to release them and push him out of his home. But then he died. And then JBF 363 came out and said, "Villagers, it's me. I have come back as a new child. And I'm here to tell you I'm sorry." And all the villagers were sad. So then he just went to the well and threw down an offering of chicken to the well demon, God, his own admirer. But then he didn't like chicken because apparently he's a vegetarian. So he flooded the city. And I was like, not cool. I mean, JBF 363 was like, not cool. Okay? So then he got mad. But then he released a terrible thing. Zombies all throughout the city, breaking down doors and attacking the villagers. There, James Bond fan 363 realized everything that happened, and he became James Bond fan 362 again. With that, he created a group of villagers called the Clan of Chicken. And he took that clan of chicken and moved them into this secure location. There, they had a nice peaceful living space, a gathering room. This was the house James Bond fan 362 stayed in. This was where he did everything. He had his water. He had his furnace. And look, there's still coal in it today. Ooh. But seriously, this is where the so-called villagers stayed. But then the villagers died until there was only one villager left that this boy knew so much because he taught him how to make bread. He's like, "Sir, how do I make bread?" And then that guy went, "Oh, young boy, I'd be glad to help you how to make bread. All you need to do is collect wheat and put 3 wheat on the bottom of your crafting table." And I said thank you and walked away, but I came back and said, "What is your name, kind sir?" He shouted, "Bruno!" And I shouted, "Bruno!" And from that day, he was Bruno. He never knew my name. He never cared. But that didn't matter. He was like a father to James Bond fan. A father. The best father there is. Because in this game, you just start in the middle of the wild. Then he put pumpkins around the area to scare away the demons. But then, one day, he came after a great search through, after his daily trip through his maze he created. He was like, "La la 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 la, I'm not gonna get lost 'cause I already know where to go and there's not many options because I'm good at this." But then, when he came out, the village was on fire. He didn't know what was going on. Everything was crazy. Creepers were blowing up. and he ran as fast as he could, and was throwing bottles all over the place, and then breaking. But he knew he had to keep running. And he got to Bruno's home. He opened it in the daylight, and he wasn't there. He looked out, because sometimes the villagers would wander. Okay, but then he found him, and he scooted him on back to his home, where he stayed there for a long time, because he closed it up. They say he closed it up with a piece of cobblestone like that on all the doors, so he could open the door and smell the fresh air, but he couldn't get through. But then that day, he decided, for that, I need to blow off some steam. I'll just make a bunch of TNT, because he's been saving gunpowder, because he doesn't know what to do with it. So then he creates this giant explosion hole down, like giant. Not huge, but it goes down more. There we go. He created this. And there, he lived a happy life. A good, happy life. But then he decided to let the villagers come out and play. And he went to his home. And for about 3 days, he didn't check on them. And he came back. And he was gone. I was flabbergasted, I think. So I ran, I checked all the homes. I checked everything, and I couldn't find him. I left. Bruno was dead, I assumed. So James Bond fan, just broke open these and letted the place blood, because it was useless. The villagers had already left. But then, he realized something. We've got to blow up this really big building, because it's too big and it's too tall. So when he did, he fell and hurt his legs. But it worked. And then he set up shop right here, where there he sold water for people. But nobody ever bought any, even when he gave it out for free. So he flooded the well, burnt down the home, got TNT and blew it up, and created huge, massive explosions and emptied their well. He was depressed. He didn't care anymore. And then, the story will continue later.